Alright, back for another round. We are waiting for Lucky Goblin to make a decision. This hand seems pretty lackluster. Grim Lavamancer alone doesn't get a lot of job done. No real removal from that aside. Not great pressure. I'm going to send it back. I like this hand a lot more. This hand would certainly be decent against aggro-ish deck. Forkbolt's definitely good against decks that play forests. Yep. Turn 1 land destruction. Feels good. That's a good draw. So yeah, it's probably some kind of mono green ramp deck. Tough to say if that would be good or not. I haven't played against a deck like this yet. Can their ramp outrace my land destruction? Like, obviously, they're never going to be left completely manaless, but they may be left with a low enough mana that their deck can't do what it wants to do. Stuff like Llanowar Elves is the big reason why Forkbolt is in this deck, so pays off. I could have been greedy and tried to wait for a second mana dork, but that seems risky. Oh, elves. Okay. Not what I was expecting at all. That's kind of exciting. Grim Lavamancer seems like he's going to do big work here. So we'll drop him down. And we'll drop a figure. I changed the deck a little bit between rounds. Fixed the mana base a little with Rootbound Crags. And added a couple figure destinies. We'll see how that works out. I'm also back in the 2-mans instead of the practice room. The Magic Online economy has sort of started to recover a bit. It's tough to say if it's good enough value, but you at least make more than your money back if you win. That's all I really care about. Paying for a tournament, winning it, and losing money, pretty bad. Feels bad. That's a sweet draw. I'm just gonna kill Imperious Perfect. Now I could send in Figure of Destiny as a 1/1 and play Goblin Guide, or I could pump him, play Stomping Ground untapped, have mana for Lightning Bolt. I definitely like leaving up Lightning Bolt mana. I don't know if I like trading a figure for a Heritage Druid. And I could attack, wait to see if he blocks, and if he does, then pump. But then playing a Goblin Guide is basically useless since it has haste. Gonna play Stomping Ground untapped. I'm gonna swing. I guess if he doesn't block, I could still cast Goblin Guide second main, hope to draw land, and play the Avalanche Riders. It's all about maximizing the use of your mana here, so he's obviously not going to block. What to do, what to do. Well, I kind of like pumping just figure. Oh boy. Huh. Look at those options. Now next turn I have the option of making it a 4/4 if I feel that's the best play. I can also play Goblin Guide and Lavamance something. A lot of good options here, depending on what my opponent does. I'm sort of curious as to what his Elves deck is trying to do. Obviously, it's got a pseudo combo element to it. If he's playing Heritage Druid, it's not just like an Elf beatdown deck. But it does not seem to be like a beck and call combo deck, which I think is horrible, by the way. When that card came out, people were like, oh, we get to play Legacy Elves. What the? I've never seen that picture in my life. Interesting. Anyway. I got lost in thought there. Yeah, when Beck and Call came out, people were like, oh, we get to play Legacy Elves in Modern. But that's just not the case. Glimpse of Nature is nowhere near the best card in Legacy Elves. It's missing way too much. Don't understand why people thought that was going to be a thing. So now I have to decide what to do about this Wiltleaf Cavaliers. I could Bolt Lavamance it. That's definitely an option. It's not a horrible one. Garrick is okay. Would have rather to land, but that's alright. So I think the best option here, Figure of Destiny becomes a 4/4, right? I think I'm going to attack. Hope he blocks. If he does, then pump it. If not, I don't think I can afford to pump and just use all my mana. And then be without Lavamancer and Lightning Bolt. If he wants to throw his Wiltleaf Cavaliers under the bus, that's fine. Totally okay with that. Yeah, he doesn't. I didn't think so. I think I'm going to second main Goblin Guide. Definitely awkward, but I think still a reasonable play. That way we get the most out of our mana. Next turn we can cast Garrick if we draw a land, or Avalanche Riders, whatever we feel is best. Probably Garrick would be better. Feel like killing his land isn't going to do a whole lot of damage right now. Yeah, bro, second main, Goblin Guide. Wiltleaf Cavaliers is kind of annoying because it has Vigilance. What I could have done also was not cast Goblin Guide, and if he didn't do anything, pump Figure. But I feel like I'm going to want to use... Okay. Heritage Druid. I could kill something now to make it so he can't tap for 3 green. But I'm not super scared of what he can do with 5 mana. Maybe cast a Vengevine. Primal Command would be really good. Kind of scared of that. What I could do is Bolt Heritage Druid. And then Heritage Druid comes into play. And before he can cast another elf, I Grim Lavamancer. That one. That's not bad, actually. I think I'm going to do that. I like that plan. Because now he'll need to play a third elf if he wants to activate it, and in response to that elf, I can win. Okay. Obviously, my opponent didn't have a lot of juice in hand. Alright, so Magma Spray is obviously awesome. Relic, he might be playing Vengevines. That would make me interested in Relic of Progenitus. Avalanche Riders has to be way too slow on the draw. Okay. Ween. Would have sided in the Magma Sprays. Would have sided in Relic probably. Maybe Sun Droplet. I don't know. To the victor goes the spoils.